Well, welcome. We approach the middle of another week. Time for a word of encouragement, a word of strengthening. Give us orientation. Word of the week this week, our wow. In 1970, I began preaching full time after graduating from college with a degree in Bible, age 21. And for the next 12 years or so, maybe a little longer, I served in churches where I was the only minister on staff. I was the pulpit minister, visitation minister, education minister, bus minister, youth minister, and whatever else was needed. It is easy to miss the significance of what we do little by little. We want to live life, find success in giant steps. A part of those early years, my ministry was serving as a camp counselor at summer youth camps. I suppose I touched the lives of hundreds of youth. From time to time, I meet someone who still reminds me that we first met at youth camp. Over the years, I came to realize that I had had a lasting impression in the life of one young man at camp. He kept in contact, he wrote me, he called me from time to time. And as I think about the frequency of his calls and his comments, I have to admit that I did not see that I was doing anything that was all that extraordinary in serving as a camp counselor, later as a camp director, camps in Arkansas, Oklahoma, Michigan. But one young man's life was influenced. He grew in faith, continuing strong in the Lord, and he raised his family in the Lord. The past couple of weeks, as you know, if you have been with me, I've been thinking about the influences that helped shape me. The occasion was my mother's 100th birthday. Had she lived that long, I have thought of several of my heroes in the faith, especially those preachers who guided me and strengthened me, counseled me in the early years of my ministry. And I've remembered that we owe a lot to our mothers. I've been thinking about what we've received, but I've also been thinking about what we are called to pass on. The young man I described above left this earthly life and went to be with his Lord last year. In every stage of life, I pray that our eyes might be open to what we're supposed to learn, but also to what we're supposed to teach, to what we can receive, but also to what we can deposit in the lives of other people. So here's what I want to share. Whatever your hand finds to do it with all your might. That's Bible, not Bob. God fills our life with many things. Some things seem large and important. Others seem quite small, a part of normal life. Whatever God places before us, let us do it to his glory, because he can powerfully multiply all that we do for good. The Old Testament prophet paraphrased, do we ever despise the day of small things? If so, we despise those things to our own detriment. Whatever your hand finds to do it with all your might. As for me and for my house, for those who will follow me, for those whom I can influence, we will depend upon the Lord. This week's wow. May we learn to depend upon the Lord. God loves you. I love you. I pray that you'll have a blessed week, depending on the Lord, until we're together again.